Yo, yo, yo! We are the C-list villains, and this is our last show of the year. Not the last
Of the year.
show of the
Yes.
year. And we are your hosts for the evening, Luke and me, Red. Welcome to the show, everybody. How's your evening? How's your Christmas? And what are your plans for the new year? What's up, Ashton? What's going on, buddy? Luke, should we invite Ashton?
Let's see. Let's get everything off our chest.
All right,
We can invite some guests on here. We
all right.
have a lot to talk about. 2022 has been the best and worst year ever. In my, in my opinion. What was up? It was a crazy year.
It was. It was. For me, I started with one convention, and then the year was kind of like up and down as far as like business wise, and work. And but it's been pretty steady. It never seemed like time lagged. I just kept myself busy. I've seen you a couple times. I haven't seen AJ in person yet, and not this year. And I've seen E-Man in person a couple times. So I was like, man,
Hey, but I have seen you twice in person this year, and I count that as a W.
yeah, definitely a W. Hey, we're still alive, so yeah, we didn't die, not yet. That's a plus. That's a plus. Oh yeah,
Oh, Ashton, sorry about that, brother. Yeah, sicknesses all around. Um, I spent last week before break with second graders, and I have not gotten sick, and those kids were coughing in my face, man, sneezing, throwing up. I had one kid puke on me, man.
luckily it wasn't high schoolers that are doing that to you. It was second graders.
Second graders, yeah,
They're
they'll
shorter, so at least they weren't at face level,
yeah, exactly. They're like
knee high.
not knee high, but like they come up to like here.
How do you feel to be back in the classroom for a couple of days?
Oh, it was great. But I'm like the fun dad coming in, I'm like, hey!
Not the regular teachers in. We could fuck around with this guy.
Yeah, so they loved me. They loved me. I did a little party for them on the last day because I just felt so bad. I was like, these kids don't have their teacher before break, no holiday party. So I got some cookies and cupcakes and apple cider for them. And
Nice.
I tried to make them feel special.
See, that's why we need to pay teachers more. Is because the stuff that you guys do for these kids, it goes well above and beyond what the call of a teacher is.
Yeah, I'm just the substitute. I'm not getting paid. I'm like, there's no reimbursement for me.
Yeah, and you're doing this out of the goodness of your hearts, and you want these kids to succeed and at least have a good time while they are in school. I don't know what that happens to a teacher, being that there's a teacher shortage for the last 5 years more, even especially in your area. Like
It's brutal right now. It's brutal. It's crazy. No one wants to be a teacher anymore. Nobody wants to be a teacher anymore. And unless we do some major changes, it's going to continue that way. I've always said this. You need to pay teachers like engineers. Just put it on that same track. You know what I mean?
you
Pay
guys,
like engineers.
yeah, you went
Make it
doing as
Make
everybody
it
else.
80 to 150. Make it that scale.
Yeah.
80 to 150. And you'll attract the best.
Yeah, you guys are in charge of molding the future, but yet get paid the least amount of people for the people. Probably the people getting minimum wage at McDonald's get more than teachers a year.
Well, my last year teaching, 2020, the amount of hours I worked, because people are always like, you get summers off. And I'm always like, we don't get paid over the summer. You only get paid for your contracted days.
Yeah,
So you don't get paid over the summer. You don't get paid over Christmas break.
unless you decide
A
for
lot of people don't realize that. So my hourly rate, I calculated it. The amount of hours I worked, I was making $9.27 an hour.
Thanks. That's a little bit above the federal minimum wage. Federal minimum wage right now is $7.25.
Yeah, and it's like
And
I
and,
am complaining about that. Okay, I'm complaining. I'm making $9 an hour
and
teaching.
then
I'm like,
one third of that goes to taxes, and
this
then
is dumb. This is just dumb.
insurance, and then you buy your own supplies.
Then you buy your own supply. Yeah.
You should never get
Pointless.
reimbursed.
Pay teachers like engineers. Make it that trend. You have to get your master's anyway. You gotta go get your.
I think more than engineers, I think you guys should be paid just like athletes. You know, teachers.
No, that'd be crazy. But
I think it's the bare minimum what an athlete gets. You know, even WNBA players get roughly not 50, but at least 100 grand a year.
yeah, they do all right. I don't know if they do that great, but
Yeah, you should be at least there. And something needs to change that way to keep the teachers happy. I mean, right now, everybody who is ever in the union is fighting for a better wage. Since it was a pretty huge year as far as like business wise, because I know my industry. We did inflate some prices as well because of supply, but then we made a ton of money just like everybody else. So uh, inflation wise, yeah, it does affect some pay, but you should also pay your people the same amount as everybody else. At least get that same increase, especially.
somebody. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we can affect some positive change. But all my kids are in public school. I mean, they're all doing their thing, and but yeah, in terms of comic. Well, before we get into comic books, first of all, um, I was watching this crazy video out of the Bay Area where this Asian couples in In-N-Out. Did you see that video?
Yeah, I did. They
I actually so check this. I watched it right when I somehow saw it right when they uploaded it, and like I was just like, why can't something like that happen when I'm just like, why can't something like that ever happen when I'm there? Why can't something like that ever happen? Because I would just grab that guy by the neck and just take him out. Like, you're gone, buddy. Like, get out of here.
it just
It never happens. I'm around.
well, they want to make sure they don't get any kind of flack from everybody else. They wanna isolate their victim in order to throw the slur or you know pick on them or punch them and then get away real quick.
Yeah, because they're cowards. Someone like that would never do it. If there's a lot of people in the room, he's a coward.
He got arrested because he also attacked another minority somewhere else prior to that. So they found him and he's arrested.
Oh, so he's just a crazy racist.
The guy from
Actual
Colorado.
crazy racist.
Yeah. Well, we're all a little racist, or at least prejudiced, not racist.
Yeah. Everyone is.
Yeah, it's just stuff that we get that like our elders will throw at us or our parents, and something just kind of built into us. But it's just up to you to whether or not to change that attitude of
Yeah.
your feelings
Yeah.
towards other people.
All of our grandparents, especially, no one cared about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
On all sides, no one can claim innocence in this. all of our grandparents were a little crazy. Hey, my grandpa's still alive. Actually, he's 97, I think.
Damn.
Still doing his thing.
Enjoy their time while they're still alive. Because when I lost my last one, it's like, who's gonna carry the traditions now from here on out? It's hard to carry that mantle.
Well, my grandmother died she died like 12 years ago. And the family, I don't think the family has ever gotten together after that. All the family.
Yeah.
The grandmother kind of held it all together. After that, it was kind of like, I think we tried once or twice, but no one really did after.
And no one after that one, patriarchy or matriarch dies, that even they were the ones mainly hosting family parties. After they pass on, no one wants to host a family party anymore, especially with Filipino households. It's like, how am I going to see everybody now if no one's going to give up their house for a day just to get everybody together?
I know, because then you're going to have everyone want to come over, and Because my house is ground central for everybody. Everyone comes over here because we got all the kids,
Yeah, and you got that nice huge backyard with
and nobody wants all the kids over at their house.
they keep all the toys and the goodies in the front yard. It's like, okay, it keeps the kids busy when the adults are in the backyard. Just
Nobody wants all the kids at their house. Nobody.
no one wants to babysit, no one wants to clean after everybody. So it's like, okay, no more hosting. It's just gonna be a small, intimate primary family group. That's all it is.
Oh man, yeah, it's fun, but it's sad that yeah, kind of after the grandmother dies, no one really gets together anymore.
Yes. But it's again, it's up to the current generation or the future generation that really just continue it on, or spread out, do their own thing, and have their own little shindig, right?
Seriously,
It's
yeah,
all about breaking out into new branches of your family and just enjoying that. But it still would be nice to keep the main unit together. So at least attempt to make that happen.
totally.
Who's else?
Well, it has family drama is one thing that will always be a part of our lives. But was there any family drama
Here? Over here?
during the holidays for you, Christmas season?
No. Well, my family drama will have to go happen overseas. So I usually get calls from the parentals to make sure everything's okay with them. But it's easily fixed with a phone call here and there, or money transfer. So yeah, but with my
Wait,
sister,
are you okay? So your family is in Philippines. Are you guys the those rich Americans that don't give enough to the family in the Philippines?
we are and we were, but ever since the old man got older and he's retired, so it's kind of been tougher for them to help out with the rest of the family. So the role of that falls onto the younger brother who's still a successful working businessman. So that's on my dad's side. As far as like on my mother's side, it's my mother that's who's successful and still providing for the family on her side. It's a give and take. So we give as much as we can, and they and in return they do a little bit of work around the place.
Nice.
Nothing's for free, but just help out as much as you can. That's the whole point of we can get a little bit of politics here. It's like socialism for the world, where we work this much here on this side of the planet, and in order to help everybody up, you just send some money back home, and that way they can get themselves up as well.
Totally.
A little help goes a long way.
Totally.
Let's see.
Man.
What did Ashton say here? It's really up to the cousins if your cousin game is on point and things could happen. Yes, it's up to the cousins, and it should fall on me as well. But for me, I don't have the time or energy to really put stuff into it right now. Maybe in the future. So it has to cycle through the main cousins. Let's see.
Oh, that's great. Stay at the family house, and my sister was like, "I'm not comfortable with my in-laws being there." I had that same shit happen over the summer where I was traveling with my sister, and we wanted to stay at like one of the family vacation houses, and it was the same thing. They were like, no, we're not comfortable with other people. I'm like, what the heck? Nobody's there.
Is it because of their situation as far as like them two married women, or is it just that they don't want to bother the family with this little stay at their place? They don't want to intrude.
Yeah, I think it was more of like the worry that like it would get dirty or something. Because it's a really nice vacation house in Arizona, but no one's allowed to stay there unless like they're there or whatever. So yeah,
but if it's family,
just like what? I'm just like whatever.
You're
I don't
not
care.
gonna super old family. I mean, I've seen it done, but if they're offering up the house to you, take it and leave it better than the way you found it. when you're done.
Well, that's totally what we do because we were staying at Airbnbs all over. That's what we did. You stay at Airbnb, you have to clean it. But it's like we're allowed, but since other people were gonna be there, oh, they can't. Like, not everybody can be there. Like, come on.
Oh, this was during the summer where you came and hung out around Sacramento first before you guys moved on to Southern California.
Yeah, and then we were gonna keep going over to Phoenix.
That's right. That's when I saw you.
And then they're like, no, I don't want to stay in our house. Okay.
I said I did see you 3 times this year.
Oh, 3 times. That's right.
3 times. Yeah.
About Sacramento.
Yeah. More times with Luke. All right. Now she hates the family. Now she hates all of my family. It's great. Oh wow. Well, as long as you have her, Ashton, it's okay. Maybe her attitudes will change towards your family as soon as everybody plays nice.
I know. It's all good, man.
Herb says, not saying I have to fart, but nice to know I can. Yes, you may fart. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much the year. It's like small family drama here and there, and a lot of things happen in entertainment and comics, and we lost a few people, and there's some new stars up and coming. I mean, where do you want to start as far as like a year in review, Luke?
Wow. Big year. Well, it was a big year for movies, and it was a small year for movies. I mean, some blockbusters came out, but I kind of feel like blockbusters are dying a little bit.
As far as like non-Marvel, non-Disney, non-DC, right? This is just the stuff that actually that's written from independently from those
yeah, well, like the movies that like the every weekend a blockbuster, blockbuster. I'm used to like, a blockbuster every couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean we're still kind of evolving from COVID and getting the movies back to where they were from 2019. So I would think that at least we had one blockbuster over summer, which was I think would be Top Gun Maverick, unless you have another nominee.
Oh no, Top Gun I think would well, okay, let's do our top movie picks of the year. Let's do top 3.
All right, the non-Marvel, non-DC, non-Disney.
No, you can have you can have a comic book movie in there.
Okay, good. You want to go first?
Oh man, what I kind of like can't even remember the first part of 2022. What came out in the first part of 2022?
I mean, you and I saw Thor: Love and Thunder, and I think in the beginning of 2022, I can't remember what happened, and I think we were still enjoying Spider-Man: No Way Home from December.
Yeah, that was 21. I put that more in 21.
Yeah, so then we jumped into Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
Doctor Strange, that's right.
Yeah. Then there was a couple here and there that I wanted to watch, which was the unbearable weight of the Nick Cage movie.
Right. Okay.
And then Bullet Train with the
Bullet Train.
Yeah. Shoot, that's all.
Prey.
Which one? Oh, Prey. Yeah. Prey was a good one too.
Prey was really good. Okay. So my top 3 movies, I think number 3, I'm going Doctor Strange. Number 2, I'm going Prey. And number 1, even though I just gotta I'm giving it to Top Gun.
Okay.
That was my number 1 movie.
That's actually 3 good picks. I'll probably go with that too. I would.
I mean, can you think of anything that's better?
For me, I'll top 1A would be Bullet Train for me, and then Top Gun.
See, I haven't seen Bullet Train yet. I need to see Bullet Train.
It's on Netflix now. It's streaming on Netflix.
Perfect.
And then
I'll watch it tonight.
I haven't seen Black Adam yet, so that's on my on my to-do list this week. And my second one would be the Unbearable Weight with Nick Cage,
Okay.
and number three would be Thor: Love and Thunder.
Thor: Love and Thunder was fun, but not a lot of rewatchability. It was just so
Yeah.
shallow.
Oh, what's a good one too? Actually, Everything Everywhere at Once.
It
Actually,
was like have you ever taken a hurricane shot where they you take a shot and then they throw a glass of water in your face and smack you? That's what Thor: Love and Thunder.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I,
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at a lit. Oh shoot! You know what? I'm an idiot. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to make it a top 5 list.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, okay, because I completely forgot about the Batman.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was an early or a late winter release. That was like early March.
That was surprisingly good too.
Dude, that was good, and I've watched that a couple times. And I also forgot about the Northman, and I really liked that movie. I really liked the Northman.
Aside from the digital penis that was added in there, right?
I honestly can't even remember that. I can't even remember that. And I haven't seen Nope, although I heard that was good too, but I haven't seen it. And Wakanda Forever was good, but I really feel like it was a 6-episode Disney Plus series made into a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like they could have just done that as a Disney Plus thing, and it probably would have had maybe a better effect. Maybe flesh out Ironheart a little more, flesh out Namor. What they really needed to fucking do was have Namor destroy Wakanda, just completely take it over with all of his people, and he sits on the throne, and Ironheart and Shuri regroup, go back to New York. Maybe they get a team together, Young Avengers,
Yeah, yeah. That
and then they come back for 3. And check it out, the title for Black Panther 3, Wakanda Rising.
oh nice.
And Wakanda Rising, they build it up. So then you put Shuri and Ironheart through like a hero's journey. You see them fail and then rise back up. And now the big battle between Namor and his people. You got Shuri, who's trying to retake the throne. It just happened too fast. It happened too fast. They had a little battle, they smacked each other's butts. But there was nothing like that made me want to stay.
Yeah, there's no rewatchability for me as well, and maybe I like your idea, but maybe you gotta just recast it T'Challa, and then continue that story with T'Challa. You know that.
Yeah, or just make it get past the mantle, to a new or T'Challa. Yeah, recast T'Challa too.
Yeah.
Make him a multiverse. I mean, they have the multiverse open. Bring Stephen Strange over to open a portal or something.
Yep.
I don't know.
And I think Chadwick did give out his rights to use them in a digital form, right? Unless he didn't, but
I'm not sure. I think they did, but I would go. So I would go number 1 Top Gun, number 2 Prey, 3 Doctor Strange, 4 the Batman. I actually really like the Batman, and 5 the Northman, because the Northman, that was so bad. If you haven't seen the Northman, that fantastic movie.
it's very Braveheart like, right?
Well, it almost feels like an independent movie. It feels like an indie movie. It doesn't feel like a big blockbuster type movie.
Okay, all right.
It feels like a weird independent.
Like
There's
like
a kind of there's a little bit of magic involved.
okay. Let's see. Jason's picks are Doctor Strange, Top Gun, and Black Panther. And pray for especially not being in theaters. I think Prey was the dark horse this season as far as like
Ray
movies.
was the total dark horse.
Well done on Prey. Let's see what Herb says Amsterdam was weird. I've yet to see Amsterdam, but I heard good things about it.
Oh, I forgot about Green Knight. Was I see? My brain is Green Knight 2022. Green Knight was fabulous. I really liked Green Knight. Did you see Green Knight with I forget the guy's name, the actor, but
I didn't even know about a Green Knight. That's or if we did, I forgot about it. But Ashton's this is pretty dope too. Green Knight, everything I want, everything everywhere at once, and then Woman King. The Woman King looked great in theaters. It looked like an extended story of Wakanda Forever. It seemed like it, but I guess it's totally different. But
I think Green Knight was 2021 though, Ashton.
Green Knight. Let me look that up. All.
I think I think Green Knight was a year and a half ago because I remember
July 23rd, 2021.
But I did, and yeah, Dev Patel was in Green Knight. I loved Green Knight.
I'll put that on my list as well. Green Knight, huh? Okay.
Well, it's the classic by it's like the classic you read in school. You know what I mean?
It's more.
Is it Chaucer? Did Chaucer write it?
Let's see. New Line Entertainment Pictures. It didn't tell me who the actual author of it. I have to look into it, but it looked good. The pictures look good. I'll give it a watch. We haven't seen a classic.
I think it's just an old poem, maybe.
Knight's Tale in a while.
Yeah, it might just be an old poem.
Yeah.
Maybe Chaucer spruced it up a bit, but great movie. Weird, love it. I really wanted a second one, honestly, because I love that universe was really cool.
Now, as far as like for next year, what are you looking forward to for next year's movie?
23
or 23? Yeah.
Oh,
just that one movie you're looking forward to.
What's even coming out?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, you know what I'm really looking forward to, and not a lot of people are. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know, not a lot of people are. I am really looking forward to Ant-Man.
So not even like Into the Spider-Verse 2. We're going straight to the Kang storyline.
Well, Ant-Man, I think, is the first one coming out, isn't it, in February?
Yeah. Oh, because Guardians is in May.
Then we have Guardians. We have Shazam coming out. We have Dune Part 2 is coming out. I'm really looking forward to that. I loved Dune Part 1. I watched that twice. Loved it. John Wick is coming out. That's a must.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have a Turtles movie coming out. We have a Kraven supposed to be coming out in 23.
Oh, that's the Sony's Sonyverse.
Yep. The Marvels is supposed to be coming out. That's a dark horse for me because I don't know anything about the Marvels.
Yeah, Captain Marvel was okay. Miss Marvel was great, and Photon in WandaVision was so sad.
Okay. Aquaman is coming out. I love me some Jason Momoa. I mean, you know, if I was gay and he was gay, I would marry him in a heartbeat. That man is beautiful.
I think every
human on earth. He is like, if an alien had to create the perfect human, it would be Jason Momoa. Let's just
sure. That's a toss up for me and Dwayne Johnson.
Okay, I can see that. I
don't get for either man.
But they're both Islanders.
They are, but they're sweet looking Islanders, man. They're buff. They're like they're a great specimen for their race.
The only reason why I say Momoa is because I think Momoa has the sauce, and I wonder sometimes if DJ has the sauce or if he's pretending to have the sauce. And by the sauce, I mean like behind closed doors, what kind of person are they? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, are they like, give me my fucking breakfast? Or if they like, oh, like their cook comes in and I appreciate, and they're loving and a caring person, and they genuinely care. They're real, and sometimes DJ comes off as pretending to have the sauce, whereas Jason Momoa, I feel like if he was on island, poor, with a motorcycle and no shirt, he would do the exact same thing he's doing now.
He's that kind of I don't give a fuck attitude that I want to be at. That kind of mood right there. And with DJ, it's really just I think the older he gets, the more he gets more pretentious. I mean, because he's gotten more corporate versus when he just started out in wrestling. He was the guy that Jason Momoa is today.
Yeah, he was, and now he's kind of like he bristled at the fact that Black Adam didn't hit a bill. So I think he really thought it was going to hit $1 billion. I think he really did, and he really should have just fucking hired me and you to write it, because I think we could have written a better movie.
Does the success of a movie have to really reach $1 billion in sales? I mean,
a superhero movie these days, if it doesn't hit, if it doesn't hit $750 million, I think that they are seriously questioning doing a part 2.
Wow, I mean, back then it was just if they doubled their actual spent on production, that means it's a successful.
I know, it's a weird world, man. I don't get it anymore, and honestly, it's kind of ruining a lot of cinema because who can make that kind of money? Nobody can make that kind of money anymore. Is Avatar going to hit $1 billion? Nobody wants to go to the theater for 4 hours, plus 30 minutes of driving, plus walking in through the mall. That's a 5-hour commitment to go see Avatar.
Yep, and then you got to wait in line for popcorn and drinks.
Dude.
Bathroom break, so you miss part of the movie.
Yes. I was on my way, honestly, to go see it with my son last Saturday. It was like 3:30, Christmas Eve, and it was before the party. And I'm like, hey, let's go see Avatar. We'll be back at like 6. Party starts at 6:30, and my wife's like, honey, it's 3.5 hours. It's 3:30, and it was started at 3:45. It would have been perfect, right? Drive 10 minutes, get there. She's like, you won't get out until after 7. And then you'll drive back. She's like, that means you'll get to the party at 7:30, an hour late. And I'm like, oh, frick, that's not going to work. 3.5 hour movie.
You got to plan your day around a movie and then forget it. You might as well watch it.
You can't plan your whole day around it. You just want to go and then come back.
Yeah, you want to catch a matinee and then get out an hour and a half later and then do something else. You don't want to lose a quarter of the day just sitting and watching movies, unless you're in kind of that stuff and you're being introvert and a hermit.
So Guardians Volume 3 we're ending. Now that's that. I said Quantumania because I'm excited about that one. Guardians, that's my number one though. I mean, let's just be honest. The Christmas special played almost nonstop for 2 weeks straight in my house.
That's a pretty cute movie.
It was adorable. They made Star-Lord and the Sleek Girl, I forget her name, sister and brothers, half brother and sister.
Yeah, Mantis.
That was super cute. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited for it though. I'm excited for Ant-Man. Wonka's coming out? There's a new Wonka movie?
What? Oh yeah, that Timothy Chalamet is supposed to be heading that up.
Oh God, no!
Yeah.
No, make it stop.
Well, he doesn't look. I don't know if he has the acting chops to do it.
Yeah, for Wonka, no.
I mean, Johnny Depp's still young. You could bring him back.
Wonka Senior, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, it was a good year for movies. There were some good movies. 5 good ones for me. Prey. Prey, Batman, Doctor Strange.
How about
Top
TV
10
shows?
though.
Well, as far as like TV shows, like I mean, we went through a lot of reviews on the TV shows, and so like we saw Peacemaker, we saw what do we see? Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett was straight trash.
It was
Peacemaker
Wednesday.
was good, but I didn't finish it. It was a little too out there for me.
Wednesday was also good. The last season of Better Call Saul happened this year.
Dude. Oh, yes. Sandman. Sandman was my sleeper hit. Loved Sandman.
What was the other one? The one Korean zombie flick. All of Us Are Dead.
I didn't watch that one.
I enjoyed that one a lot. That's why
I need to watch that one. That one sounds great.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul though. That was my number one entertainment of the year. I'd put that. That's number one of everything for me.
It tied a nice ribbon to the whole storyline with Saul and Heisenberg and even Jesse. Even though Jesse finished
it was fantastic. And the fact that he was gonna walk with he was gonna get off with probation or something like that.
Oh man.
And then he totally just confessed, and it was awesome. I was bawling like a baby during that finale.
Yeah, I think he wanted the fame, really, just because he did all that shit for all these people. He didn't want to be unknown.
Yep.
He got off.
Better Call Saul, by far the best. By far the best entertainment of the year. But Sandman, I really enjoyed Sandman. I loved that show. I'm really excited. I hope they do a second season.
Did I? No, I don't remember seeing any news on that one. No. Well, hope so too. I mean, unless it's all part of that whole WB, DC, and mess. I don't think we'll see one, but we'll know by next year.
Yeah, DC. The way DC's running things right now, it's not looking good for anything.
Oh, what did Ashton say about Cavill earlier? Let's see. Let me go back. No, Ashton says he'll go gay for Henry Cavill.
Dude, how did Henry Cavill go from on top of the world in October, had The Witcher, had Superman, to now nothing?
Yeah, he quit Witcher just to go work on Superman.
Yes, they were like, "Come, we got a whole palette ready for you, a whole palette of movies." No, I'm excited for Last of Us too. He is now. He might have played them all to get out of those contracts to do his Warhammer.
Okay.
I kind of think that's what he did. He fired his manager over the summer. They started butting heads. They said that their relationship got muddy, which I don't know what that means. Like if they were sleeping together. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
But he said the relationship got a little too muddied. The waters got muddied. And usually what that means is, when there's business involved but you both start getting too close and then maybe too friendly, but you know what I mean?
Oh, his manager is a chick or a dude or just
it's a woman.
Okay,
so
a
nice, attractive woman.
Close then. Okay, all right.
She's a very attractive woman. Yeah, but Warhammer was way out of left field, and I kind of think that he did a little bit of. He's not sad about it.
Yeah, I mean that's his personal project, and that's his personal baby. Then I think I'm all for it. It's like how we talk to these artists and writers that it's great to work on a Spider-Man or Superman, but they would really like to work on their own stuff, their own material.
Oh yeah,
that's their main goal is to make their story.
That's their whole goal. They don't want to do all this, I mean they like it, but if they can, then and I'm more excited about that than anything.
Ashton says, I heard Chris Hemsworth quit acting. No, he took a break. He has a early cancer diagnosis, and he's taking a few months to a year off in order to take care of it and be with his kids. It's I don't think it's cancer or it's
It's
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. Yeah,
Alzheimer's.
he had the Alzheimer's. He doesn't have early onset Alzheimer's. They found the gene that predicts Alzheimer's, which I guess is a very expensive test, and that not everyone can get that test.
Mhm.
But I think he was like, "Oh shit, I've got little kids. I need to raise my kids, and then get back to it." Because I think he's been gone for the past 10 years, and I think he's missed a lot of them growing up. And he, with this diagnosis, I give him mad credit for doing that.
Yeah, I mean he's had the daughter in Thor: Love and Thunder, so she started as the young girl, and but he's not gonna pull a Tom Brady and just say, well, it's time for me to go back to the movies after 3 months of saying he's gonna take a break.
Yeah, well, I think it would be like if Tom Brady got sick, and then he was 40. Which dude, it still pisses me off that Tom did not retire after the win. How, he would be the number one celebrity in the world with his wife, and he'd have it all.
Yeah, and he'd be sought after by all of the networks to be their color commentary or analysts.
Yeah, and he'd probably make as much money as on the field, maybe more.
Less travel.
And less travel and no working out. It just bummed me out. I think it exposed him as just being
Now he's struggling right now this year. Is it because he lacks the offensive weapons, or do you think that he's finally reached that point in his career where his skill is starting to really downgrade more?
all the above. All of the above. He's gonna be 46. He really he needed to just retire on that win with the Bucks and just thank you very much. Middle finger to New England. And start something else. I mean, the guy's young. The guy has another 40 years in him.
Yeah.
Easily start another gig, but
yeah, he's a good looking dude. Probably starred in movies. And answer Ashton's question: didn't he have some scandal taking money? No, that would be Brett Favre.
that was Mr. Favre.
He took a PPP loan from the government, which was meant to be for schools in Mississippi.
It was for low-income Mississippians who couldn't make their rent. There was like a $9 million fund, and they gave Brett Favre $2 million out of this fund to advertise for the fund. How sick is that? They gave him $2 million out of a $9 million fund to be a spokesman for the fund. It's like, wait, I'm so confused. Why does he need $2 million of a $9 million fund for low-income housing to promote the fund for low-income? We're living in a simulation, Red. We truly are.
Yeah.
A guy who's worth $100 million is taking money from a fund to be the spokesman for the fund for low-income housing.
You couldn't do that shit for free. Like, dude, you're a well-known celebrity. You're a sports god. You're well-known in Mississippi alone.
He's paid it back. I want to say this right now. He has paid it back.
Yes, he has.
But still, and he says that he wasn't aware that the money was coming from the fund.
Yeah, but he got caught lying because he's the one who actually. It's him and the governor or whoever the politician.
Yeah, it was the governor
in the deals.
And so then it came out of the $9 million, only I think $1 million actually went to help people, and all of the other money was funneled to, this kind of bullcrap. I think part of it built some sports stadiums.
Yeah, a volleyball stadium for his kid.
Yeah, right. We're truly living in a simulation. Let's let's talk comics. We got a little time left. Top comics of the year. We talked TVs. We talked movies. Um, I I honestly feel like it was kind of a light year for comics. Kind of a I don't feel like anything really hit really hard like in the way that kind of Something is Killing the Children did, or We Lived the year before. Um, anything really stand out to you as a new series that, or maybe a old series that was revamped?
None. I didn't do any kind of reading this year, so I wouldn't really know. I mean, all I did was collect the books that were exclusives, and then went back to Silver and Bronze Age collecting. As far as like the reading goes,
Dude,
nothing
so
sticks out. I mean,
many exclusives.
it, I mean, there was a lot that was announced as for like first appearances here and there, but when it's a book that really stick out in my mind, that other than cover, nothing. There was nothing exciting. I mean, other than Aftershock filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, um, and also hearing that Roy and Inaki Miranda had, well, secret, but I think it's out now in the world that one of their properties got option for a deal.
Yes, We Live got option for Netflix.
So that's very exciting. But when it comes down to reading material, that's a negative for me. unless Ashton, actual Dracula, Herbs have something to say about it, uh, I'm I'm blank. And I know reading is fundamental, but all I read is technical manuals all year.
Man.
I hate Fairyland Volume 2. Actually, that might be a good one because I read the first volume. That's pretty well done by Scotty Young.
I ironically, I'm reading an article. There's an article.
That's where it's like, oh, read more.
Let me share this here really quick.
Okay.
Share screen about Aftershock and We Live. Okay, you see this?
At the stream. There you go.
So We Live, Aftershock tells comic retailers they did not order enough We Live #1. Like, are you kidding me? This kind of shows what they are, how they treated retailers, and kind of maybe even how they treated their creators. Telling people that they didn't order enough. You don't tell a retailer that they didn't order enough. They order what they can afford and what they think they're going to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, and remember we had an exclusive with Aftershock as well that they didn't really advertise. So that's also on them to advertise the book if they were wanting to sell more, right?
Yes, we put out 2 exclusives with Aftershock, and they didn't advertise either one of the releases for us. Either one. They didn't put it on their website, they didn't put it on their socials, nothing. Not even a mention. In fact, when they even released the list of stores that did exclusives for them, they didn't even put our store name down or the podcast.
Nor spell the store name.
Yeah, they spelled RKFA, Rare Key First Appearance, RFKA. Like, the title is right there. The logo is right next to it.
So how can you get that wrong?
How can you get that wrong?
Let's
So
see. Go ahead.
really, yeah, Aftershock, the public state. Yeah, actual Dracula. I hear you. Worked as an ambassador. I know, and they really tried with that street team.
Yeah, because email was part of that too.
Exclusive. You have to do, I think, what was the all in? It was about 1,800 plus your artist fees. So another whatever your artist fee is, another $1,000. So you're looking at about a $3K investment for a minimum order through Aftershock. And that is the cheapest in the industry. Boom is about double that.
And
Marvel,
they don't even give you the freedom that Aftershock gives you, that gives everybody that.
yeah, and we went through Aftershock because they give you pretty much 100% freedom. Boom is about 6K just to get in, and Marvel would be about double again of that, so about 10 to 12K. And
Plus, has to be a Marvel approved artist.
Yep, and DC you have zero control. Marvel you have zero control, and you cannot talk. You can't do anything. It's like, well, then just what's the point? You pay me to do the exclusive. I'll put it out. You know what I mean?
I just put your name on it, and we'll do all the marketing and the drawing for you. Like, yeah, no,
Exactly.
But Ashton, we ordered a minimum of 300.
300 bucks. Yep.
Yeah, the plus for 10% for damages.
10%. Yeah, and then so it was about 1,800 bucks plus the artist fee plus. There's so many other little shipping and all these other little. It adds up. It's about $3,000. All in, all out.
Yeah, we've learned our lessons, and I think for our next exclusive, that we'll probably research a little bit further as far as like the title and the.
Dude, maybe even just publish it ourselves. Like,
yeah,
fuck doing another publisher. Seriously, I mean, what's the point?
I mean, we'll do a crowdfunding like Brandon Ingram does for
yeah. Let's just let's do our own book, get our own artist,
because this makes
our own writing.
Doesn't
writing,
for Endangered.
Yeah, John McCarthy with Endangered. I think he got through 5 issues. Was it 4 or 5?
I think 4 or 5.
He's on a pause right now, but I think he's doing another one shot, and then they're going to see what Endangered's doing. But yeah, John is busy. I think he's going to have a great 2023. He's going to have a great 23.
Oh yeah. Looking forward to more of his stuff.
Oh yeah, Joe Mad was my 90s god, late 90s god. I love Joe Mad.
Hey, Ashton, that stupid island has great jerky.
I've never been, but I want to go.
I've heard good things about it, and I hear that Mardi Gras is great, so we'll visit one day.
I just know I can't visit without my wife. She would kill me. She'll let me go stateside, but the moment I go to a tropical island, she's going, you didn't do that.
Comic convention's fine. Go solo, but tropical island, no, you can't go by yourself. Especially when you need a passport.
Oh, I do got to renew my passport, actually.
While you're at it, go get a real ID, because
I got to get my real ID too.
2025, they're going to require it.
Yeah, just to get on a plane, totally.
Yeah. So remember, folks, renew your IDs, get your real ID as well, and your passports.
All right, so comic books that came out in 2022. I mean, geez, I can't even think of any real new series that started. Did anybody think of something that was just like hit really? I mean, I'm looking at the list. I mean, was Nice House on the Lake? Was that 2022? That was fun. Or was that 21? I feel like that was 2021.
Earlier, I think that was 20.
Was that 20?
Yeah.
I mean, 8 Billion Genies, Charles Soule, great fun little idea, but it didn't like hit. It hit kind of like Kanto. Remember Kanto, that little train man? It hit kind of like that. Not huge, but it did good.
That first book for 8 Billion Genies like really commanded a good pricing in the beginning of the year. I think it was around $400 or $500 for the first print number 1.
Yeah, now it's like it's dropped hard.
Probably because the story just didn't really get hot.
Look, Charles Soule, he's a great writer, but he is a great starter, but he struggles to keep the momentum going. He struggles a little bit. TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, You gotta give them some props. I mean, what Eastman is doing, he's still solid. That's a great. The storyline is still fun. They're adding some new fun little characters. Props to Eastman, man. Him and Stan Sakai, two of the best in the indie market. Yeah, you
Actually,
got your Todd McFarlane's, your Jim Lee's.
yeah.
Kevin Eastman and Stan Sakai
Well,
still killing it.
they're gonna have a one-shot prequel book for Last Ronin next month, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're going back. They're to do a Last Ronin prequel, and Stan Sakai is starting his own imprint at Dark Horse,
Oh, nice.
Dogu Publishing. So he's moving from IDW up here, only 10 miles away from my house. So if I see Stan walking around, I'll let you guys know.
Nice. I mean, he's from Hawaii, so yeah, if he's there in Portland, he's spending at least a few weeks there and just hanging out.
And he will be. I mean, because the publisher is right here; it's 10 miles away. So Usagi Yojimbo is moving back to Dark Horse, which I'm really excited about. I already have some on pre-order. But yeah, Kevin, the TMNT line still going. Spawn, of course, is still going. Jim Lee with Batman. Batman is. I'm not liking Batman right now. I'm not reading it. I dropped it. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, we should have asked him that during that whole panel, but you know.
Oh yeah, what's the plan for Batman? We should have.
We should have.
Nobody's there. People were starstruck. He's sitting there drawing. I just wanted to sit there all day and watch him draw.
Just give us the glory right here, just watching that dude just draw. Instead of write.
All right, we gotta do this really quick.
Go ahead.
This is Polygons. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr. All right, didn't read it. Wash Day Diaries. Didn't read it.
Nope.
My Trans Teen Misadventure. Didn't read it.
That looks fun.
Well, yeah. Welcome to St. Hell. Might be interesting. Woman of Tomorrow. Didn't read it. Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko. Didn't read it. 2 Years in the Oil Sands. Didn't read it. Look Back. A lot of Japanese titles. It's cool.
Yeah.
Good Asian. Oh, the Good Asian. Was that 22?
That was 22. Actually, shoot. Aaron Bartlett did a couple covers for that.
No, he did a really nice cover, but I thought that was 21. I like that guy's name, Porn Sock. We gotta get that guy on the show. We gotta get Porn Sock on the show.
He's probably Cambodian, so hopefully his accent's not too thick.
Well, I'll take an accent. I don't care.
Check.
And My Aunt is a Monster. That may be the worst list I've ever seen. I've not read. I've read The Good Asian, but I didn't read anything else.
Yeah, none of that's other than Good Asian. Yeah, I've never heard of those titles.
I know. Seriously, what are those? There's not a single superhero comic on there.
As far as like we as a comic book podcast and stuff, we're doing such a bad job of keeping up to date with as far as like the books. So yeah, I think that's part of our goal is to really get back into the books itself and review them again, and and try to give that information to the audience. But we'll plan it here and there as far as it goes.
Okay, now let's look at this. Okay, this is a better article. This is a better article. This is a much better article. Okay. Oh wait, you pressed it. You press it. There you go. Okay. This is a better one. This list. This one is coming by Dave. Thank you, Dave. Put your last name on your article, Dave. Dragon. Okay, didn't read it. Sounds fun. Monkey Prince. Read it. That was good.
Yeah, I've heard.
I like Monkey Prince. Public Domain. Okay. Oh, Chip Zdarsky. This is one that is going to be a future series, and people are going to want to track this down. That's some great
Also, I'm
TV.
waiting for Sex Criminals to be a series.
That would be really interesting. HBO needs to pick that up.
Yeah.
Step by Bloody Step. I never even heard of that one. Night of the Ghoul. It sounds fun. Scott Snyder did it. What the heck? Francisco Francavilla. Sounds fun. Didn't read it. Did you read Clementine?
I only got the free comic book day one. I didn't know there was a whole series on that.
Walking Dead universe, fun. Okay, TMNT made the list. Good. We're pretty much on the same page here.
Yeah, that's when they brought in the not the Battletoads. It's a whole different name because they couldn't get the rights to Battletoads.
Oh yeah. The funny, I forget the name of them too, but okay. Sophie Campbell helped out. Good. Fantastic Four. Okay, full circle. Didn't read it, but there we go. 8 Billion Genies. Oh yeah. It's just it's a fun little book. But yeah, oh, look what he said. A fun, well-crafted book that's a little too reliant on its concept to carry the narrative momentum. That's it's not exactly
every issue had to have a wish in order to work out.
Yeah, what if all 8 billion people on Earth got their own personal genie? And that I actually talked to my kids about this. If everybody had their own genie, what would happen to the Earth? It would just be like conflicting wishes. And then people would start wishing out other genies, like, I wish that other genie was dead.
Wow. Well, it's like I think it happened on the Rick and Morty episode. They call it a Me6 box, where these Me6 would pop out and they would do every request that you give them. And it ends up that they couldn't help Jerry with his golf swing, so they ended up killing each other.
That's awesome.
Pretty awesome episode.
Ronan, the Endless Stars. No idea. Thing. Okay, I didn't read this, but you can't have enough of the Thing. Always fun. Wash Day Diary. This is the second I've seen Wash Day Diaries. Okay, Black culture, women, cool, ambitious format, eschewing central narrative, rom-com. All right, it might be fun. It might be a cute little series to read. And it might be a good little Netflix series too. Who knows?
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to book these Asian creators through IG. They wrote their own book about Asians. So I'll follow up on that as soon as I book them. Then we'll get their info.
Nice. Monstress. I would love to see this as a series. I mean, Marjorie Liu. Actually, yeah, we should. Speaking of Asian creator, Marjorie Liu. Sweet.
Okay.
Later on. Monkey Meat. That sounds weird. What's the furthest place from here?
I've heard good things from Ashen about this book, unless somebody else.
Okay. Tyler bought Excellent Dog Dead Bite. And no doubt I'd be excited for the next collaboration. Mixing elements of the Warriors, Fallout, Deadly Class, and every straight edge punk show of the 1980s. All right. Sounds fun. Texas Blood. These are just some indies. Everyday Hero, Machine Boy.
I escaped the Chinese internment camp. Well, okay.
Oh, is this about the Uyghur population? That's insane. They're trying to de-Muslim people. I don't even know what you call that.
Basically, just exterminate them.
Well, they're trying to like deprogram them from being, or program them to not deprogram, because they're not programmed
to be Buddhists or Taoists, whatever they do in China. But yeah, if they don't conform, then
they're trying to they want them to swear allegiance, but you can't do that with religion. People will die. People die for their religion. You can't say it's you're gonna make martyrs out of them. They're not gonna. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, a whole Dark Ages because of religion, okay?
Yeah. We don't need another Dark Ages, and I feel like that's coming. Speaking of which, my year with a socialist senator.
Oh, that must be Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
I know. Okay.
Looks like her.
Well, God bless her. Once in Future. Boom. Speaking of Boom Studios, I wonder how they're doing. Probably awesome.
Hey, I wonder if he's still burning the extra 6 million copies of Berserker.
That is going to be they have their own warehouse for the extra copies of Berserker #1. The Jazz Age Goddess of Tennis. That just sounds hilarious. But Ghost Cage, okay. Caleb Golner and Nick Dragota. What if East of West was Akira? Okay.
Oh, that's a good premise.
Human Target.
There's
That
a
was Tom King. That was supposed to be Tom King's big thing. Was Human Target, and I don't think he delivered for him.
You know, Ashton, who else assimilates? The Borg.
The Borg. But it was cool meeting Tom King in person. He was a lot cooler than I thought he was.
At Fan Expo, he was there? Or was he at Rose City?
Fan Expo, Tom King. Wait, wasn't Tom King at Fan Expo?
I can't remember. I went to 4 big conventions this year, so it's kind of like overlaps. That.
Tom King, Batman, the creator of Batman, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, he wrote Batman 1/87.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, well, I talked to him about about the Batman 50 fiasco.
Okay.
Yeah, I met Tom King. He was really cool guy. He was, and how he was actually pretty. The transition away from Batman was not an easy one for him.
Well, that was his bread and butter.
Well, yeah, they took him off and they put James Tynion the Fourth on. And but I mean, he had what, an 87 issue run?
Yeah, not a lot of creators have that nowadays. They'll go like
no, and he was on main DC. That's DC's main title, Batman, and he got 87 issues.
What, 8 years?
Crazy.
Ashton, what was the explain the whole Berserker thing? Ross Ritchie had proclaimed that for all the extra books that came out for Berserker that doesn't sell, was to send it back to the warehouse so that way they could destroy it. And I think they printed out about 6 million copies.
Yeah, he guaranteed any unsolds can be refunded, and I think he probably regretted doing that because stores are just like, sweet. Because normally a comic shop will order like 20, 30 copies, maybe 25 copies.
Yeah, and then certain stores started selling them in packets where they were like $50 for like for all the variants in that certain packet, and they couldn't sell all of them, so they
right. And then the ones they can't sell, they put into their dollar bins. But they're like, shoot, we're gonna get full credit. Send these puppies back, baby.
Yeah, I think the 1 in 1,000s were the most sought after, especially the John Boy Myers ones. And there was one particular that was signed by Keanu Reeves. I think that everybody.
Yeah, the John Boy. Keanu signed a few of those.
Yeah.
That's the only one I would want.
There's a few out there in the wild, probably costing a lot of money.
That is the only one I want. Chris Bacalo. All right, we'll hit him up.
Okay, we'll put him on the list for next year.
Well, none of these books. Righteous Thirst for Vengeance.
Well, go back to Righteous Thirst. That looks like the guy from. That looks like Wong.
It does a little bit.
Yeah,
and that might be who they use. Well, it looks like a young Wong.
It does.
Sabretooth, that passed. Nice House on the Lake, that was 21, but he still kept it going. I didn't read it though. Catwoman, Lonely City. Are you fucking kidding me with all this crap? High Desert, Black Punk Nowhere, pass. Squire, pass. Ice Cream Man, that was fun, but that was like 5 years ago. They're still going. It's Lonely at the Center of the Earth. Heard nothing about this. Is this on? And you know what? I haven't seen any Behemoth books.
You know what? I haven't seen their product anywhere.
I know. They kind of disappeared. Do a Power Bomb. That actually had a little bit of buzz around it.
Yeah, if you're a wrestling fan, but
then it just died.
Yeah,
it died almost immediately. Ducks, 2 years in the oil sands. Okay. What we can know about Thunderman, Be Kind, My Neighbor. That's it. These lists are sad. These were the best books of 2022.
Well, they're all indies, and they're probably good reads. It's just that they didn't really catch fire. At least 90% of indies, and the rest were all Marvel and DC. But
Here's the one big one: Immortal X-Men, X-Men Red. Because House of X House of X was huge. Remember that?
yeah, they had a whole panel at SCCC 2019 about how that all's gonna branch out. But I got so
Yes.
confused with which books to get that I gave up on that.
But it was huge. I remember chasing all the variants. And it was so much fun, and it was a good read with Moira turning into the the Traveler, whatever her name was, Beyonder. I can't remember. I can't even remember her name. That was part of the problem. It was not very clear after they started it.
It's all convoluted storylines. Like I was supposed to go back. You have to go back to issue 262, volume 1, to like get a good flashback on the story. It's like, come on, man. This
I
isn't
know.
this isn't Choose Your Own Adventures. I don't need to go back. Just remind me here.
Oh, comics. It was not the best year for comics.
No, it wasn't. But it was a great year for conventions.
Yeah, conventions were great. I met a lot of cool. Fan Expo, Rose City, got a lot of good art. Got to shake hands with Jim Lee. Got a picture with Jim Lee. Got the original Jim Lee art. I mean, nothing to complain there.
Of course, and then you sold pretty much near your projected record from last year at Rose City as well, right?
Yeah, beat our record. Sales were definitely up at Rose City this year from the previous year, and we'll just have to see how it goes this summer. If I want to do it again.
Yeah, the price,
that's a lot of work.
The price of boots have gone up, plus the fact that the bigger boots that you're getting, then the more product we have to bring, and then the more pre-planning has to be done.
Yeah, so much pre-planning. Oh my gosh.
You do have a fan expo coming up in February, or is that March?
February, yeah, end of February. And right, so I think I'm going to go to that. I'll probably hit that up for just maybe like the Saturday, go check it out. But I don't know if I want to exhibit.
No, just go as an attendee. Go network. Go talk to
network, get some interviews.
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, if you want to come up for the weekend,
is it after the 22nd? I think it was after the 22nd.
I don't know. Fan Expo Portland 2023. It is February 17th through the 18th.
That's kind of close. Okay.
But also the 19th. Why did it say the 19th? Why does it say the 21st? Why does it say Rose City Comic Con? Oh, September 21st to the 23rd. Wow, Rose City's late.
So a couple weeks after Labor Day weekend. Let's see. So 17th, 18th, 19th for that. That's doable. I'll let you know.
Well, because I think I'll have to call youth, family. Tickets are only $47 for Saturday.
It's not bad. Who's their top go getter? Their top star so far.
Ooh, guests. Who are the guests at? Who do they have so far? They have. Oh man, they've got Michael J. and Chris Lloyd.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, and Leah Thompson and Tom Wilson. They've got all four.
So Back to the Future reunion.
Wow, the whole Back to the Future cast is gonna. Well, at least the big four are gonna be there.
Okay.
That's actually pretty cool. Oh, here, let me. What am I doing? I need to share this. That is actually pretty cool to think about.
Whole Back to the Future. The last time I seen that, they were here in San Jose for that reunion. And that was like the first year of Silicon Valley Comic Con.
Hey, Shatner's going to be there. Sam Raimi's going to be there. What? Anson Mount? Ron Perlman? Is this a better list than San Francisco?
maybe because all these people are contracted through Fan Expo corporate.
Okay.
I think they're slated for at least 12 appearances a year.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Brent Spiner is like I think he does all of them. Kate Flannery, Oscar, Leslie Baker, Jonathan Frakes, and
And the
that's
Trailer
it.
Park
Trailer
Boys.
Park Boys. No Kevin Smith. Wow. Let's see what voice actors are there.
Katie
Okay,
Sackhoff.
Katie Sackhoff. Shane
That's her.
Chong is going to be there.
Yeah,
My Hero
that's
Academia.
okay.
Nothing really in there.
And
Yes, let's go to comic creators. Oh, don't do that.
that was a tease.
What a fucking tease! Come on, there's no.
You gotta dig up Stan Lee. You gotta pour water in this fucking urn. Grow another Stan Lee.
Oh man, 2017 he was here in Portland, and I passed on going. I'm such an idiot.
Who didn't know?
Are there no comic creators?
I think they're still working on that. Looks like Ash is going to MegaCon. Ashton, if you go to MegaCon, I think it's going to be Miami this year, not Orlando. So
wow, so one booth at Fan Expo Portland is $850. That's more than Rose City.
Same venue, right?
Same exact venue. 3+ booths, $750 each. So if you wanted a 3 in corner locations.
See, that's where they rate you, especially these corporate conventions. Like, the homegrown conventions, you can at least make your money, but through the weekend. But you lose out a lot on a Fan Expo contract if you buy a booth through there. Like you gotta outsell the price of your booth on the first day.
Yes, you do. It's scary. It's really scary.
Like they're thinking like they're the San Diego Comic Con competitor, so they can command a San Diego Comic Con price for booths.
All right. Yeah, this is nothing going on. I'm not really feeling 2022. I think this might have been at Fan Expo. No, he was wearing a different shirt. He was wearing a white shirt that day.
Yeah. It probably been the picture from Rose City Comic Con.
Oh, you know what? It might have been, actually. He only did 4 cons this year. I still can't believe I missed him at Rose City, but
we both missed him. We were just busy with the booth.
Just at the booth. And that would have been a massive, like 2 hours to go to the line and everything.
Yeah. The whole, again, like the whole bottleneck is through you as far as like pricing. So if we were gonna take breaks like that, then it would have been hard.
Totally. And I did piss off a lot of people with my sign, but what are you gonna do?
Hey, fuck them kids.
A lot of people had fun. It worked out for everybody in the end.
Yeah, all we had to do was just make sure the boxes were ready for them to look through, man. You can complain the pricing if you want, but you're not gonna get the same pricing from the other booth. They don't have the same books either. No. What's up, Silver Knight?
Well, Killer Show 2022. What are you gonna rate 2022 on? Overall, comics, events, movies, family drama. I mean, we talked family drama.
As far as like a life experience, I think 2022 will probably be grading an 8.0 for me. There's a couple of major spine ticks, but it still has its high points. It's still got its white pages. It's still might have pressable defects, and it might go up a grade. After some improvement. Well, how about you?
Was it the sign from Die Hard 3? Oh, I'm going 9.0. I'm going 9.0 this year. It was a good year. Got to do a couple fun trips to California. Went to LA. Got to stay in Hollywood for a few nights. That was fun in the canyons there. Got to go to San Francisco, meet up with my C-list boys. Got to meet Jim Lee. got to meet, and then everything with my family. My kids are good, you know. Wife's good, golden.
Yeah, and you went back to school for a couple of days to substitute. So I was like, man,
Dude, I can't believe I went back in the classroom for 4 days. It's just good, man. Ashton, you keep getting sick, my man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. 2023 is going to be the year you turn it around.
it's Revenge of Ashton.
Yeah, it's going to be revenge, Ashton.
Just take your vitamin C.
Yeah, start eating those citrus. Start eating those citrus every day, man.
And if you're going to
dude, that's one thing I've been pumping those fucking, what's that, airborne gummies, you know, the vitamin C stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, just eating those like candy.
Those
like
help.
every day.
Just make sure you protect yourself, get your shots, mask up if you need to, especially if you're going to big conventions this year or next year that, you know, that there's still stuff out there, you know, even AIDS is still out there. So yeah, just make sure you protect yourself. Don't sit on some random toilet with blood on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll do this again next year, next Tuesday. What's that day? What is that? The 3rd? Yeah, the 3rd. Yeah. With a whole new episode. We'll probably book somebody to talk to the first time. Let me work some magic this week and see if we can get a guest for the first episode of the year. And then we'll go from there. Ashton, Herb, Slumlord, Silver Knight, even Miss So, if you were listening. Who else is in here? Miss anybody? Ashton did a lot of typing for Ashton on here. Well, everybody in the chat, thank you. We appreciate you joining us here tonight. And I guess this is it for this year. And we'll see you again next Tuesday.
Which is?
Happy New Year 2023.
Next year.
Yeah. So we'll all have a better year next year.
We'll see you all next year, 2023, baby.
Okay.
Happy New Year, everybody. You guys need anything comics-wise, hit me up. I'll take care of you guys. Come check out our shows, our KFA. But yeah, we'll see you guys next year, baby.
Yeah. Join the group on Facebook. I know we're kind of slow on approving people, but there's a lot of vetting now we do for this stuff because there's a lot more scammers. So we're trying to weed out the scammers. So join the RKFA group on Facebook. Join the main RKFA group page for Luke sales, and then Luke is starting RKFA sales on YouTube as well. And was it Wednesdays and Sundays still? Sunday nights for your sales?
Well, right now during the holidays, it's more ad lib, but
just watch out. Just subscribe to the little bell on everything from Facebook to YouTube, and definitely you can hit me up on same socials as well, and I'll get you hooked up with Luke on the sales. Okay, guys. And so until the next issue, peace.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the Sealess Villains Podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and email us at sealessvillains@gmail.com. You can also leave us a voicemail or text us at 209-975-7597. Be sure to join Luke Week's Facebook group, Rare Keys and First Appearance Comics. And you can follow us on our 2 Instagram accounts, Sealess Villains and Sealess Villains Podcast. Lastly, follow the villains on their separate IG accounts, at Luke Weeks, at C-List Villainous Red, at C-List E-Man, and I am at AJ the Comic Collector. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you all next episode.
Did I forget? Happy New Year. Okay, end broadcast.